there and welcome. It's Psychic Cynthia here. This is your Friday forecast for the week ahead. And let me start just by saying Happy New Year! Happy birthday to us all. And happy birthday to me as well, actually, because this is my actual birthday. Yes, it's true. I'm a New Year's baby. How fitting for a prophet and a seer. This is your forecast for the week ahead. And this is the forecast for the first week of the new year of 2021. So we'll be looking at the energies for the week of January 4th to January 10th, 2021. At the start of a new year, leaving 2020 behind. Yay! Hallelujah! And for those of you who are curious about my take on the energies for the overall year of 2021, stay posted to the Psychic Cynthia YouTube channel because there will be some videos coming out about that as well, some separate videos. But for now, let's look at the big picture for this week ahead. And some of the energy themes for this week ahead really have to do with shifting gears and changing direction and orientation. You see, we have 3 of the inner planets changing signs this week. We have Mars entering into Aquarius. We have, Mercury. We have Mercury will be entering into Aquarius, which we also have, Jupiter and Saturn there as well. But this week, Mercury will be joining into that sign of Aquarius. We also have Mars entering into Taurus. And these 2 particular shifts in particular are going to be a big part of the energies for 2021 being concentrated on the fixed energies, but more on that later. And then we have Venus entering into Capricorn. So we have those 3 sign changes this week. So it's the first week of the year, and you may be focused on getting off to a good start. And I think in some ways these sign changes can help you move in a new direction, but you might need to give yourself a little bit more time to simply adjust to the transition with 3 planets changing signs in a single week. You may start out with one focus at the beginning of the week, but find it very hard to maintain that by the end of the week. So just be aware of that. Be aware that your focus may shift and change this week. Now, there are actually quite a few shifts going on with Mercury, making some pretty tense aspects in some ways. But at least on Monday, let's say Monday is a good day of this week. And that date would be, let me see if I have a date on that. Monday, the beginning of the forecast. So on Monday, January 4th, we have the Mercury in Capricorn. That's before it changes into Aquarius later in the week. Friday, Mercury changes signs into Aquarius. Venus goes into Capricorn on both the same day. Friday, the 8th, January 8th, 2021. But here on Monday, we're going to have Mercury conjunct Pluto. So even this weekend, if you're actually watching this when this video comes out on Friday morning or even on Saturday or Sunday before, the forecast actually is in effect, we're already going to be feeling some of these energies with Mercury conjuncting Pluto and Capricorn. That's an intense mental concentration and focus. So it can be a good time for, pushing through work and getting things done. Whatever you need to concentrate on mentally, especially, getting organized, getting clear about your focus. Now, there are some aspects to Neptune happening too that could water that down some. But I do believe that when anything conjuncts Pluto, it's a pretty intense energy. And also on Tuesday, we have that lovely moon in Libra trining both Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius. So that's more of a mental energy too. And that could be a strong source of inspiration for you. So in some ways this week, the beginning of the week in particular, Monday and Tuesday could be times that are ripe for creative inspiration or new ideas and concentrating. So it's a little bit better time, although Mercury conjuncting that Pluto in Capricorn is a very serious energy. And if you are prone to depression, you may want to give yourself a little extra nurturing on that day, this whole week, really. And, you know, it can be good to get serious. It can be good to get focused, let me say, and concentrate. But at the same time, some good piece of guidance for this week is try not to take yourself, others, or really the earthly drama too seriously right now. Okay? Try to lighten up a little. Why do you think I'm wearing this hat? Okay? I'm already, you know, trying to lift the vibrations, because remember, if your vibrations are light and bright and open, I mean, you can be serious, I guess, but also light and bright and open. And the lighter and higher your vibrations are, the more magic you will attract into your life, the more miracles. I mean, just like what happened to me Christmas week. And if you haven't caught that video yet, watch that video about my Christmas story and what happened to me with, I like to think of him as Father Christmas himself, or Father Saturn. I encountered an older gentleman who was quite generous to me in a thrift store, right? A couple days before Christmas, right after the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction. So anyway, it's about your vibrations, okay? So be serious, concentrate if you need to, but do let some light into your concentration, dear one. Let some spirit in the week ahead. This is very important. Now listen, there's probably going to be some drama this week. I mean, I think any week where you have the moon moving through Scorpio, and no offense to you Scorpios, I love my Scorpios, okay? I'm a Capricorn, so I get along well with them. And I had many family members who are Scorpios, so I'm really, I'm comfortable with that energy, the intensity of the Scorpio. But it is intense. And so when that moon every month moves through Scorpio, you know, there's always a possibility for emotional intensity, amplified drama. And we know we're living in a very amplified drama time anyway. So that will enhance that. And do watch out, okay? Here's a warning. Perk up your ears, okay? Listen up. Listen up. Watch out on Thursday, everyone, okay? That's Thursday, January 7th in the new year of 2021. Because we've got some stressful lunar aspects on that day. We've got that moon in Scorpio squaring Mars in Taurus. Now, it's kind of in the middle of the night, so hopefully some of that will be mitigated, washed down by the time we wake up. But still, moon square Mars, moon in Scorpio square Mars in Taurus. That's not a very harmonious vibration. And then we have the moon also squaring Jupiter and Saturn in Aquarius later that day. And then it will also oppose Uranus and Taurus. So these are, to put this in English, okay, for you, you know, these are energies that are going to be very disruptive and could be somewhat dangerous, okay? If you're driving in a car or, you know, just operating machinery of any kind, just be careful. Just walking even, you know, you could hurt yourself walking down an icy road or something, or sidewalk. So these are not major planetary aspects. In other words, they're not something that's going to affect us for months and months. You know, it's just a matter of a few hours. Well, it's spread out across the daytime of Thursday, January 7th. So it's not something, you know, that I think is going to create deaths necessarily. But it can, you know, cause us to be more, you know, angry, more in a hurry, even on other levels, just more reckless. You know, we're more reckless than normal. And also, too, with the Mars thrown in there and the Uranus with the Scorpio energies, clashing with the Scorpio energies, I think that this could be a day of power struggles and misunderstandings. So I know you have to live your life. I know you can't necessarily just spend all day Thursday in bed with the covers over your head. Although if you could, it might not be a bad idea. Okay. But, you know, just be careful, or be aware is what I'm really trying to say. Be guided by your intuition, and be vigilant about the ego could be triggered during that time. And, you know, even if you're a really peaceful, centered, and aligned person, you do need to be aware of other people's ego energies around you, and that or just their emotions, their unprocessed emotions, they may be forced to deal with this week. It could be your unprocessed emotions as well. So some of that, I think it's a positive in a way, because this transit, of the moon through Scorpio and making all these tense aspects can force us to look at emotions we haven't digested. And if you know that, especially now that you're watching this video, you can stay conscious and you can look at those emotions that you need to feel. And, maybe you need to look at the anger and look at why you're angry. And if you feel somebody is trying to force you to do something or in a power struggle with you, look at that and see if rationally, if that is correct, or if maybe it's about something else that happened earlier in life. Okay? I think that would be very helpful for you. But be aware that there will be people more in the mainstream, as I say, or the sleep stream is a better way to put it. They're still asleep, who are going to be affected by these energies, but they're not going to know it. So their unprocessed emotions will also come up. They probably will not recognize it as such, so they'll tend to project. You know what projection means? That means like you accuse somebody, basically, or not only accuse, but you project the qualities within yourself onto another person. So they may do that to you in this week ahead. And just be prepared to stand your ground, spiritually speaking, to stand in your peace and your center. And listen, with the different transits this week, especially from Thursday on, Thursday and Friday, although there's some nice stuff on Friday too. There is some nice, a nice spiritual quality with the sun sextiling Neptune and the moon trining Neptune. So Friday does have some spiritual blessings for flow, for serendipity. But you have to work your way through the emotional gunk this week. And the drama is going to be heightened. I think that tendency will be increased. So let me remind you that you have a choice here. You get to choose in your life. You can choose to engage in the drama, to feed the drama, to, for example, keep watching videos and having conversations that just incite you. And listen, I get it. I got an Aries moon. If you need to do a little of that, I understand. Sometimes it can be fun to be incited. It's part of this crazy earthly dream, right? But don't do too much of that. Don't lose sight of your spiritual vision, of that core of who you are, that essence. So you can choose. You get to choose how much you're going to engage in the drama versus how much you're going to choose peace and focusing on your purpose and what's really important to you in life and getting stuff done. You can choose drama or you can choose getting stuff done this week. A lot of people are not going to get jack done. This is my prediction. In this first week of the year, they're not going to get anything done because they're going to let themselves be swept away in the drama. But you don't have to be a lot of people. You can be somebody different. You can choose to buck that trend and march to the beat of your own drum, instead your own inner rhythm, your internal soul. So that's a look at the energies for the week ahead, and it's going to be an interesting year. I'm sure. I've looked at the overall astrology. We'll talk more about that in future videos, but for now, remember to keep your center. I think that the start of the week and then the end of the week might be a little bit better, although there's challenges this week for sure. But you can turn the challenges around with your higher consciousness, with your vibration. These energies compel us to move and act in a certain way. They do elicit certain events and occurrences in the world, but you get to choose how you respond. That's always important to remember. So on that note, I'm sending you many blessings, much love, much good vibes for the year ahead and the week ahead. Until next time, bright blessings.